Planet Dolan. From feeding ghosts to being a foot double, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the dumbest jobs we've ever had. I'm Danger Dolan and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by MostMagical. Legner was pretty skeptical when his friend told him about a tree climbing job where the person who climbs the furthest up a tree gets paid by the public. That was until he saw a crowd of people gathered around a 20-foot tall tree, cheering as 4 people tried climbing it at the same time. Legner's friend got him set up with the job and he got ready to climb in front of a huge crowd of people in his town. Got about halfway up, then he slipped, fell out of the tree, broke his arm and leg and injured his hip. Legner not only lost his own tree climbing job, but he got everyone else fired as well, as they decided it was too dangerous. Thanks, Legner. Number 9 was submitted by Llama Alpaca Lord 1966. Gogak's science teacher decided to have the entire class do some community service one year. Gogak actually thought it was a pretty good idea, but the teacher split the class into halves. Half the class got to go to the Humane Society and help puppies. Gogak's half got to go pick up sticks off the ground for 3 hours a day in rain and cold. Not only was it miserable, it was also pointless. The sticks were all back the next day because, you know, nature. Number 8 was submitted by Rebel Queen 13. Honeybits had a job house sitting and taking care of the neighbor's cat. There were a couple of other weird requests included. Honeybits was also told to sing to the flowers so they didn't get lonely and die. She got an extra $40 if she washed the cars, but only if she told the cars they were sexy while she rubbed them all over. Honeybits was also told to make sure Tom got food. And Tom wasn't one of the cats, Tom was the ghost that lived in the house and played with the cats. A ghost that needed food to live. Number 7 was submitted by WonderDino. Robo used to work at a Chili's restaurant. She worked not as a server or a cook or a host. No, Robo worked as a silverware roller. Her job was to stand in front of the manager's office for 4 to 7 hours a day, make sure there were 3 forks and a knife rolled into every napkin. For a year and a half of this, Robo was demoted to silverware bagger, where she bagged up silverware as if it was a grocery store. Oh hey Robo, what do you do for a living? Oh, I roll things. I roll things and I bag utensils. Wow, that's great. Number 6 was submitted by AkiAce-BunnyLuv. Spincess's grandpa always seemed like he had just come back from some heavy drinking when she visited. She would sit on the couch for a few hours until her grandpa would give her a job. He told her to watch his dog while he was gone. The only problem is, her grandpa didn't have a dog. By his dog, he meant a porch decoration with the word welcome written on it. Spincess would bring the porch decoration inside, continue sitting on the couch for a while, and wait for her grandpa to come home. He paid her $50 for this. He's either finding an excuse to be generous, or he's losing his mind. Number 5 was submitted by Shelltoon. One night, Tolop was hanging out in an arcade, playing some Dance Revolution. He was approached by some people who wanted to hire him as a foot double. A pop-punk band called The Starting Line was filming a music video, wanted to film him playing as part of the video, capitalizing on the game's popularity at the time. The footage was never actually used in the video, but they gave Tolop $50 and a copy of the single. Number 4 was submitted by Liz of the Cool Kids. One day, Princess Proton and Spinal Palm were approached by a random stranger. He said he knew them, even though they didn't recognize him. He offered them a job. That seemed weird, but it turns out the guy ran a furniture store. The job he gave them was to test the furniture to see if it was comfortable. Turns out it was a real job. They had it for over a year. They made enough money testing couches and chairs to each buy a MacBook Air. Number 3 was submitted by tpmunkeepoop. Sweet Commander had 2 different jobs at the same place. Both of them were 12-hour night shifts. The first was to watch boards go by on an assembly line. If he saw something wrong with the board, he had to tell someone on the other side to take it off the line. The second was to press a button. Every 45 minutes they needed someone to press a big run manual override button. So Sweet Commander sat there for 12 hours a day with a stopwatch, hitting the button every 45 minutes till the shift ended. Number 2 was submitted by Sugarygirlforfun. When Ladybot was 21, she worked as a janitor at a restaurant in the mall. Even though the restaurant was closed for Thanksgiving, she still had to come in to clean the place. She agreed, as long as she could leave a little bit early to join her family for Thanksgiving. The boss actually told her she needed to work the whole shift, but Ladybot just assumed he was joking. Then, when Ladybot started to go home, her boss grabbed her wrist and shoved her in the closet. She heard the closet door lock and then he walked away. Ladybot called the police on her cell phone. The boss was arrested. In the boss's office, there was a set of knives and a notebook with her name on it, along with a note that said, "I will make her work on Thanksgiving and eliminate her." Sounds like someone really wanted their restaurant cleaned. Number 1 was submitted by me. What's the dumbest job I've ever had? Well, this one is interesting. It's one of the earliest jobs I ever had. Let's just call it Project X. So I worked there for not too long. When I went for the group interview, everyone else there was like, they didn't even say a word. I easily got the job because I was literally the only applicant that said like more than 2 words. So I went back there a few times, and every time I asked them, you know, oh, what's the deal with the job? Like, what do you have to do? And they're like, oh, you know, bits and pieces, just, you know, just make some phone calls, just read through this thing. I'm like, okay, all right, fair enough. And so I'd go there, and they'd be like, all right, so ring this place, and tell them to expect Project X to visit them. I'm like, okay, that's foreboding, but sure. So I called them up and I'd do that, and the people in the calls actually sound kind of scared. I'm like, what have I got into? What is this job? I've actually got a business card from that place, and I would show it to my friends and I'd be like, I work here. And the business card literally said nothing. It just said the name of the place, Project X, and it would have the names of the people who were in charge of it, and no other details, no descriptions. To this day, I don't know what the job was. I worked there for months, and I didn't know what I was doing. But the problem is they like, I'm willing to work at a place that is dodgy, but they didn't pay me squat. They paid me enough to afford the petrol to get to the job, and that was it. So technically I was working for free. So luckily now I have a really cool job managing a YouTube channel and running a company and stuff. It's fun. Huge thanks to the folks over the Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the most ridiculous reason someone broke up with you? Let us know on the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. That's it for this video, and have a good one!